Hi, I am back again today with another question, and this time around is a calculation question. So the question goes as follows: if a gas occupies a volume of 400 cm cube at a temperature of 400 Kelvin and a pressure of 1 atmosphere, at what temperature and pressure would its volume be 200 cm cube? Option A is 800 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere. Option B is 800 Kelvin and 0.5 atmosphere. Option C is 200 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere. Then option D is 200 Kelvin and 0.5 atmosphere. To solve this question, we are going to make use of the general gas equation. So let's solve the question on the board. So we go as follows. The general gas equation is P1V1 all over T1 is equal to P2V2 all over T2. Let's divide the board into 2. So from the question, our P1 is equal to 1 atm. We don't know our P2, so we are looking for the P2. Our V1 is equal to 400 cm cube. The V2 is equal to 200 cm cube. The T1 is equal to 400 Kelvin. And the T2, we don't also know our T2. So we have two variables here. We have two parameters that we have to find. So at this juncture, someone might get confused. How do I proceed with this? Since I don't know what P2 is and I don't know what T2 is, I'm going to show you a very simple method you can easily use to solve this. Instead of going through the long process of probably substituting in your answers into the equations until you get the one that best fits the answers, until you get the one that best fits the values given to you in the question. No, don't go through that long route. Let me show you how you can easily solve this. So substitute in the values given into the formula we have on the board. Our P1 is 1 atm, so 1 atmosphere multiplying the V1 is 400. So we have 1 multiplying 400 over our T1 is what? The T1 is 400 Kelvin. Is equal to, the P2 is, we don't know the P2. And what is our V2? Our V2 is 200 cm cube all over. The T2 is what? We don't also know the T2. So we are going to find the P2 and the T2. Simplify the left-hand side, and to do that, we have the 0 into 0, 0 into 0, 4 into 4. Then we'll end up with 1. 1 times 1 is what? 1 is equal to 200 P2 over T2. At this juncture, what do? Since we have 200 P2 over T2 on this side and we have 1 here, we divide both sides of the equation by what? 200. And if we do that, we'll end up having this. 1 over 200 is equal to 200 P2 is equal to 200 P2 over 200 multiplying T2. That's 200 T2. So dividing both sides by what? 200. So 200 cancels out itself, and then we are left with 1 over 200 is equal to P2 over T2. So with the knowledge I have from mathematics, when you have something like this, this is what? Direct proportion. We can say that P2 is equal to 1 and T2 is equal to 200. So if that is the case, then we now have our answer. In that case, P2 is equal to 1 atm and our T2 is equal to 200 Kelvin. So let's see if we have an answer like that from the options. Okay, option A is 800 Kelvin and 1 atm. Option B is 800 Kelvin and 0.5 atmosphere. Option C is 200 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere. And option D is 200 Kelvin and 0.5 atmosphere. So which option is the correct option? Option C is the correct option that matched with the answer that we got. So option C, which is 200 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere, is the correct answer. I hope you understood what we solved. Okay, so thank you for coming with me on this journey. See you on other episodes. Thank you.